Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to Sane. This is Jennifer Kirson. It's so great to be here. Thank you so much. Can you imagine if I just talk like that all the time? Welcome to Sane. This is Jennifer Carson. Really appreciate you coming to this show. Please get in touch with me online at Relative Sane. Don't forget to refer me to friends, and don't have merchandise. It's very hard to talk a lot. I know you guys think it's okay, like I'm just used to talking, but it's really exhausting. That's why when I'm around people, I don't, like when I'm in social situations, I don't talk a lot. I really hate small talk. I got to tell you, I hate when people are like, so what's going on? I want to be like, well, I raised my medication and I'm hoping it doesn't make me have a panic attack. I haven't shit in 2 days and I'm mourning the death of my stepfather. Like that's the real stuff. But I always have to be like, no, things are good. Let me point out before I move on, there's one thing. If any of you do this, I want you to stop listening to this podcast immediately and never, ever, ever get in touch with me again. I was walking down the street the other day and this guy was walking towards me and he pushed in one nostril and blew out of the other one. If you do that, you deserve to die. It's not a painful death. You cannot do that on the street. You can't do that when I'm coming towards you. That's them are fighting words. Like I've never said that. Them are fighting words. What am I, like in a saloon? And I'm going to go have a shootout with someone? Them are fighting words. So I'm telling you, it's not okay. You cannot blow your nostril onto the street. There are other people walking. It's aggressive. It's disgusting. Who the fuck does that? Have some manner. I heard people do that a lot in China. I heard that a lot of people just blow snot everywhere. And let me tell you something. If anyone ever gets snot on me that they've blown from pushing one side of their nose in, I'm not kidding. I will kill you. I will take off your body parts and make you eat them. I'm so angry. Like you wouldn't think I'd be this angry. Seriously, I don't know how to be less angry. I don't. My mother keeps telling me to juice. She tells me that like ginger and beets will help me have less anger. I'm like, I have to eat a field of fucking vegetables to not be angry for one day. I think that's a really pleasant way to start the podcast. I just appreciate so many of you. I really ask that you spread the word because really that's the way this podcast is getting. So many people are hearing about it because a lot of you are referring it to your friends. When I go on the road, I'll say I have a podcast, Relatively Sane, and 2 people cheer out of 320. It just makes me feel so good. I have a Patreon account, patreon.com/Jessica Kirson, where I do little videos that are private that you can only see on that. They're porn videos. I do them fully dressed because I have issues with my body, but they're very hot. I can't even tell you what's. A lot of times they include a goat. There's just so many things that you can see on Patreon that you can't see here. Hi everyone, welcome to Relatively Sane. I am so excited to be here with my guest today, with Marina Franklin. Yay!
Yes. Hello, Jessica.
I don't think I've clapped for anyone.
Really?
Yeah, that was like I spontaneously clapped.
Oh, thank you.
Because I love, you know how much I love you.
I know, I love you too. I was just thinking how I always tell you, you remind me of my best friend Isis. Not the religion or the cult.
Yeah, that would not be... I'm not like that.
But I have a friend named Isis, and you are just...
Didn't you say Isis was a fan?
Oh, she's a huge fan. Her whole family wanted to see you in Chicago. I don't know what happened.
I'm there soon.
Yeah, her whole family wants... and she's Puerto Rican. So it's a big family. You
Jesus,
need to have
they'll take up a whole show. Do they come in one car?
Yes.
What does Isis do?
Well, she's kind of... Well, I don't know. I mean... It's funny because she lies so much. I don't really know.
Oh, Marina, you're so funny.
But she will never tell me the truth about what she does because she knows I don't really listen or care. It's true.
Do you not care about most things you hear?
Yeah, it's
Me
hard.
too.
It's very difficult.
Marina, why are we like that?
Because we're constantly giving, so it's hard.
I know.
At times. So if I asked her, where are you going? She was like, she laughs because she's like, you don't care at all. You do not give a shit about what I'm doing.
But she does know that if she ever needed you, you'd be there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I know. Because I feel like a lot of what people talk is just what they say is nonsense. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more I just want to be deep.
Yeah, me too. It took me a while to realize, like, some people, they cannot ever be deep. It just scares them.
Most people.
Yeah, most people. That's why I created that girl on Instagram, Single Female 2020.
That was every time I see that, I start laughing. Tell people what that is.
Well, she's like a filtered version of me. I got her.
It's so filtered though. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, she has like straight hair, long hair, and she's like kind of wants to be like a Kardashian, but she doesn't know quite how to do it. She's always talking about life is so lifey and
she should
spiraling
get really
up.
Dumb and blow up her lips.
Yes,
That's what
she
a
would do it.
Kardashian.
She would do it, and she's always fake enjoying things. She's
love
too
that.
positive.
Right.
It's annoying. And she heckles other comedians. Not really, but she'll send them, like, Ryan Hamilton lists all of his dates. And she wrote to him, she's like, where are you performing next? Which is something like we know annoying audience members will do. They'll go, yeah, but are you, like, if you go on a show with a comedian, they go, where are you guys performing as a group? Where are you guys going next? It's like
group.
these annoying questions.
I know.
But it's like overly positive, but it's annoying at the same time.
Where else do you do your skits?
Yes. Oh,
I love when
God.
people call them skits, and I'm barely living. Like, it is so not a skit.
Yes.
I am literally barely getting through.
A skit sounds like
positive,
like a fun, you know.
Like it was on Carol Burnett's show.
Oh, yeah. They look like they were having so much fun. It was like they never fought in the writer's room or anything.
Did you ever see the Tim Conway thing?
I love Tim Conway.
Marina, did you ever see the dentist one where he keeps shooting himself up with Novocaine?
It's been a while, but yes, I remember
that. It's so funny.
Vaguely.
It's so funny. But we laugh like that. I mean, we've known each other. Oh my! When did we? I started in '99. Is that when you started?
97. I started in 97. Well, the end of 97, like December. So really 98, really.
Where was the first place you ever performed?
Gotham Comedy Club.
It's so funny. Mine was Caroline's.
Caroline's? How did you hear about?
I didn't hear. I took the class.
Yeah, I took the class at Gotham.
So, what did you feel like the first time you were on stage?
Oh my God, I felt like amazing. Like I felt like this is it. I'm gonna be a star. The first time on stage, I was like, I remember it's like being born in a good way.
Yeah.
Into something that I was like, this feels so incredible. These laughs coming at me. It's like it's not like your first time, because the first time was not good.
Having sex?
Yeah, but it was like the best sex ever. And it just felt right. But then ask me about the next time.
Right.
Because the next time was like, oh.
Where was the next time?
That was at an open mic,
Oof,
I think at
I know.
like Eureka Joe's or something like that.
I remember Eureka Joe's.
Yeah, that was one that like Brody Stevens would go there all the time, Judah Friedlander.
Yeah.
Some of the top guys who are Brian, who writes for Saturday Night Live. I forget his last name, but it was a lot of like old heads who are now like major writers on shows. Mm-hmm. And I would just go there. And the only reason I went there was because Victor Vernado, who is a comedian who's albino, and he was
There's a lot of them, so you might want to
I know there's
really
a lot of
look him
albino
up.
comedians.
Yeah, there's a whole big group of albino comedians that are really getting their due now.
But, well, in the modeling industry more so. But he was the one he made fun of me for taking a class. So he was like, come to open mic and see if you can really do this.
Right. Yeah.
And that's when I had not the orgasm I had on that first day.
Yeah, it was, open mics were very painful. What made you get into stand-up? You were into acting, right? I mean, you have an acting background.
Well, everyone told me, and I think there was an inner monologue in my head that said, if you don't make it, do stand-up.
That's so, I wonder where you heard that.
It was just always in my head. Like, also Isis and I, we always were like really, like we laugh so hard and we're so silly together. We would do like pranks and stuff. Like we used to yell the N-word at white people on the street.
That's hysterical.
We used to call them nigger. Like, get off the street, you nigger. So we used to do pranks like that all the time.
I should do that with Jews. Hey, you fucking Jew.
But it has to be the opposite. So it has to be someone that's like Nordic looking.
Oh, yeah. Like a Nazi.
Like a Nazi.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah,
I'll be able to find someone.
So that's why we did it. It was just, we would just have so much fun. And then we would be at the grocery store and she was like, are you going to feed the baby? Who's watching the baby at home?
That's my favorite shit.
So we did that like way, way back.
Yeah.
And then we would just have these moments. We would laugh at really inappropriate things. We still laugh at probably things that make people want to cry.
Yeah.
So I knew, and I used to always tell these stories. And I would notice that the person would be laughing, and I would always make them laugh harder while I would tell the story. But I didn't quite, and I was like, I think I want to do stand-up. And then when I was at Syracuse acting, I had a couple of actors tell me, you know what, you just did like a whole stand-up routine.
That's so. Did you go to Syracuse University?
Yes.
That's where my nephew goes.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, Brycey.
Syracuse.
Yeah, he loves it.
1301 Genesee Street. I still remember my address there.
I had so many addresses because I was like doing drugs and drinking and in a sorority. I was such a mess, so I'd move to different places all the time in college.
Really?
Yeah,
You were in a sorority?
Yeah, it like I could not make friends because I was in an all-female dorm.
What?
People used to call it the nunnery. And University of Maryland was so big that it really helped me I'm still friends with them to this day.
Really?
You would love my friends from college.
I always wanted to. I never could get in.
Yeah, I had a hard time getting in. That's
Into the
interesting you just
sorority?
said that. It was very, very hard. I remember I was just talking to my mother about it, actually. I remember going through Rush and going to the houses, and it was it was one of the most uncomfortable times of my life because I didn't get into the ones that were like the quote-unquote popular ones, and it was really hard
Gamma?
for me. That's a
Is
white
that the one?
no. That was
Kappa,
like
Kappa, KKG, it's the only one for me. Right?
I'm gonna go throw up now. Time to binge and purge.
it was very hard on my ego because I didn't get into where I wanted to, and that's tough because it's on your personality. It's like you go around and meet people, and
how
did
like,
you
we
know
don't about it though? Because I saw it at U of I. Because I went to U of I for undergrad, and that's like the biggest fraternity system there.
Yes, huge.
So in my freshman year, I would see the Rush, which I was like, "What is Rush?"
I know. I didn't know what it was, but people told me, and then I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll make friends this way, and not feel so lonely," and it worked. I got very involved in it. I loved it. I lived in the house.
Really?
Yeah, with 40 girls.
We had a house. We had the Kappa Kappa girls across from my dorm window.
That sounds so white because they were that sorority was very white. Were they all blonde?
When they were like doing the Rush, the girls would be outside and be like,
"I know it's so."
I was like, "What's happening? I just left Chicago." What's going on?
Hi, welcome to our sorority. Would you like a drink? Something refreshing? And tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from?
Let's do a Rush really quick. I'm going to be a really white girl at a Rush asking you questions.
What are some of your hobbies?
Like, I started to, like, I travel.
Uh-huh.
I travel a lot.
Like where?
Miami is like a hot spot.
Oh my God, that's what my friend Judy says. She loves it there.
It's so great, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
I wear white all the time.
Right.
And it's the only place where white is like fashionable.
Well, white looks really good on you because you're white.
Yeah. I know. Inside, outside, everywhere.
What do you mean by being white inside? Like, we really want to know more about that.
Well, white on the inside is super important because it's about having a better attitude about everything. It's like not political either.
No, it's just about being positive and just wanting everything around you to be white, right?
Yes. Like even my food is white.
What kind of food? That's so
White
good. Like
rice.
mashed potato.
White rice.
Do you drink white balsamic vinegar? Do you ever eat white balsamic vinegar?
God.
It's so good.
It makes you thin.
I know. Everyone here in this house drinks a lot of white vinegar and eats a lot of white food. We don't,
Except for cauliflower. Gross.
why? What is
Gross.
what does cauliflower do?
Cauliflower, it'll make you like so bloated.
Right.
And that's like not in.
No, I mean, who wants to look fat? That's so gross. We don't let fat girls in our sorority.
I know. And it's like so not like right to shame them.
Right.
But I just want them to leave. Look at that. I just want them to lead a better lifestyle.
Yeah, because like they should be healthy. They're so young. And it's just not, it's like, I have no problem with fat fucks, but like, I just feel like they should be thin because they're just obese and disgusting and they like salivate and smell.
I know. Like, where are they going to be? There's nowhere for them to be.
Right. I
like,
mean,
you can't sit next to me. There's no room.
Right. I mean, and if you do, you're taking up my chair too.
I know.
And they blame it on all kinds
Fat
of things.
elbow.
I had a friend that had a felbow and she was like so gross, but like I loved her. So I would just say like, you're so gross. And I'm just telling you because I love you.
How did she receive it though?
She killed herself, but it's
Oh,
fine.
no.
It's totally fine. I mean, you know what? That was really too much what I just said.
Yeah, that was a bit much. That's sad. Well, let's keep it very on the surface of happiness.
Yeah.
Because even like the fact that she's gone, she probably lived at least a good short fat life.
Right.
Look at it that way.
Right. She probably did because she like, it's so weird. Like she looked like an elephant and elephants usually live a really long life.
They do.
I don't know, but I guess so.
Yeah, no, elephants have feelings.
They do?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I have a friend who did a documentary about elephants and feelings. It's called Elephants and Feelings.
Oh my God, where can I find that?
It's on Netflix.
Really?
Everything's on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh my God, I watch Netflix all the time.
You did.
Yeah. Are you racist?
Sorta.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to accept you into our sorority. Just as long as you stay thin. We weigh everyone every week just to make sure that they look good.
Awesome.
And just like everything just needs to stay white.
Okay, that's so easy.
You sure?
Oh, absolutely.
Even semen's fine.
Well, okay.
That was like a 15-minute ball of heaven.
I know.
I
have a
love
friend.
that you did that with me.
Well, I have a friend who's really like that.
Oh, I know a ton of people like that.
My friend Celia.
Why
And
are you
she's one of
friends
the
with someone like
stories
that?
she's one of the stories I used to do when I first started. Like when I used to tell people funny stories, I used to always tell them funny stories about Celia, and they would go tell us about Celia again. Tell us about Celia.
But why are you friends with someone like that? Is she deep?
They adopt me. I don't like. She's black, but she's like there's a lot of like where I grew up. There's a lot of black white girls.
I know, me too.
And
It's
there
like that where I
types
grew up too.
of black white girls. Like there's
Yeah.
the Cosby black white girl.
I know exactly.
And then there's like the sorority black white girl, and she was that, and she was like super. She was like pretty, and she's like never cared about like other people. And she used to get mad at me for hanging out with people like that were just normal. She was like, "Why are you hanging out with that girl with no eyebrows?" She would say things like that.
Why? Wait, why did the girl have no eyebrows?
My friend Yolanda just had no eyebrows. And it was funny. She was like old, but like in high school. Like she's been old forever. And we used to always laugh about how she was like so old.
Like she was like 26 when you were in high school.
She was like 50 when she was in high school. It was like crazy. We're like, Yolanda was just an old lady.
That is great. Wait, are you still friends with your friends that you grew up with?
We're going on a girls' trip.
Where?
In February. And it's funny because we're going to be in Miami. That's why I brought, and that's where
great.
Celia lives. And Celia, she's not in that girls' trip because obviously she didn't hang out with that group of mine. But she is. I told them, I was like, Celia lives there.
How many girls are going?
It's 7 of us, and it's been hell trying to get it together.
Yeah.
For years we've been trying to get this. But this was my group of friends that in the south suburbs of Chicago, I finally had my own black posse. Like it took me a long time to like get a group of black girls that could just accept me for me. That's why Celia was like, "You're my friend. Like you're like cool." And I was like, "I am?" She's like, "Yeah." So then she was good, but these girls were like kind of more they were silly and awkward, and it was just so much fun. We laughed so hard.
Did you?
Together.
I know that's how I felt with my friends growing up. I've never laughed with anyone as hard as I've laughed with them.
And to this day, we still do. So
it's like I know, and that's like one group I've always felt like I completely fit in with was my friends growing up.
Yeah,
it's been hard when I'm older being a part of other groups.
It is so hard.
It is.
It's like baggage. People have baggage even in friendships.
I know.
And I have people all the time trying to ask me out for coffee and tea. How about can I have a tea with you? And I'm like, nah.
I know. Marina, I have the same thing. Can you get together? I'm like, I don't.
What?
Why?
But
why anyway? Why?
And I don't have a family, but still.
It doesn't matter.
Like I need my space.
I understand. It's whether I had a family or not. It's like, where are we going with this?
Yeah,
are we looking to start a whole new friendship? Like I'm tired. I can't.
I'm
trying to manage the one. Yeah,
they want.
They
things.
do, Marina. They do. They do. You and I are two people they would want things from.
Yeah, I'm always like, what do you want?
Did you? I mean, so you had a great group of friends. You grew up in Chicago. So what did your parents do?
So my mother always sold insurance. And then like now she still does like technical stuff for insurance companies. I still really don't understand. I never listened to her either about what she did for a living. And then, but she always sold insurance and then she does like some type of computer stuff. I don't know what it's interesting.
Who would listen to that?
Yes.
It's very boring.
And she's always like talking about insurance. And I was like, I'm going to live forever. So leave me alone.
Yeah.
So it's life insurance, right? And then my dad was very interesting. So my dad's, not that my mom was interesting.
My dad, on the other hand, had a personality. I'm joking.
But my dad started off as a chemistry teacher. That's where he met my mom. And then she was a student of his.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Young.
Did he flirt with her over a beaker?
She flirted with him.
Wait, how much older was he?
I think 16 years. Maybe.
This is like a porn.
Maybe less. Yeah. My mom was like young. My mom was 18. No. I think he was like maybe 10 years.
So he was like,
no,
let's
like
make
16,
it, let's make it sound like 10 because that's
I think 10 maybe.
Better.
Yeah.
16 is child.
Yeah. So, well, he's gone, so it's okay. But,
then let's fuck it.
Yeah. He was like, I mean, she really was like into my dad. She tells me that she like made him look at her and stuff.
Did she have to wear an outfit? Just say she did.
Yes.
A Catholic school.
It was like
outfit?
a Catholic school.
Holy
outfit.
shit, with a skirt.
Stuff, yeah, going on between them two, and he was married. So.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's never functional. My
Marina,
family
I
is
never
not
knew any of this. I love it.
Yeah,
I mean, I have stuff too. It's so interesting what you can find out.
Yeah,
so he was married.
Chemist.
Did he have kids?
No, So this is how it happened.
Yeah.
So my dad's first wife, Jermaine
Jackson.
No, Jermaine Pellebon Smith. There's a lot going on.
Oh, that's a lot. Did she add a name?
And my sister added more. My sister's like Leah Danielle Pellebon Smith Franklin.
That's mentally ill.
It's like, Leah,
Yeah,
come on.
something's
Even
wrong.
my dad was like, I don't know why is Leah doing this nonsense?
Yeah, Robert. Yeah, I don't know. And people that keep adding names need to find an identity.
You're demanding stuff of other people that you don't want to be involved in.
I know.
I mean, I've had people call me and go, what is going on with your sis? But the thing is, in her name. So my sister and I are only 6 months apart.
I need to hear this. You need to back up. Dad was a professor.
He was a chemistry.
He was married.
Yeah.
He didn't have kids.
He didn't have kids. They were getting a divorce.
Got it.
She got pregnant.
Oh.
Same time my mom got pregnant.
Oh, wow.
By my dad.
How did he handle that?
He said, one's not mine. That's how he handled it. He
Really?
denied my older sister for quite some time. He didn't believe it because they were getting that divorce.
Oh, right.
And she was already moving on.
Uh-huh.
But this was his child. And so we're like, I guess they call it Irish twins.
Yes.
But we're not Irish.
No.
So Leah is 6 months older than me. And my mom and my dad then got married.
Uh-huh.
And for 8 years, I did not know my sister.
Oh, so because she was a part of the ex.
Yeah, so it was a big, big issue. Maybe not 8 years. I would say maybe 6. I met my sister, but it was foggy. So it was like this weird, like, that's your sister.
Yeah.
They just threw us together.
At 6 years old?
Yeah, yeah. I remember that, and I remember like blocks.
Oh my God, Marina.
Like building some blocks, and some kid knocked my blocks down, and that's when my sister was like, that's my sister, you don't knock her blocks down, and she beat him up. I was like, I finally have a sister who could take care of me.
Isn't life amazing?
Yes. Very.
We just never know what people have gone through. Because if I told you stories, you'd be like, what? I mean, that's a fascinating story that you had no idea you had a sibling. And one day you're just playing with the kid.
Yeah, just
who's
playing.
your blood. And you're the same age, almost.
6 months apart.
Did that make you guys stronger?
It made us
so
like
complicated.
It was very complicated. It was a lot of like, she was not happy with my dad, and I was.
Right.
So there was a lot of tension with that, and I always had to like make her feel better, and I always had to fill in the blanks that he didn't. There was a lot of responsibility that I took on for my parents for not doing it.
I get it. I really get that.
Yeah. So there was this one trip we had to go to Six Flags Great America.
Great Adventure. I can't.
Oh, now it's Great.
It's Great America?
Well, back then it was Great America. Now it became Great Adventure, I think, in 19...
When was it Great Shithole? Or is that
Always.
coming? It's such a dump.
But it was like right out where... so my dad had a very successful business and in a travel agency. He worked in the John Hancock building, like 95th floor, and he knew all these people, and so he knew, and he had a lot of Jewish friends, by the way. That's what his whole thing was.
That's why he was successful.
He only liked working with Jewish men, really. And then he wanted us to move out to Highland Park, which is outside of Chicago.
I know Highland Park.
Because he had a friend, Danny Maroon or something like that.
That's a very Jewish area.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I grew up, so I still remember that address. You could Google it. I just found the picture. It's the house.
Street?
The house is still standing there.
Really?
I saw it. It's beautiful. 1201 Cambridge Street.
Please don't go there for anyone who's listening.
Oh, but it's there.
No, I could just see people going there and like throwing matzo balls.
It's
at
a
the house.
cul-de-sac.
I love cul-de-sacs because I have intimacy issues. So it's like a closed-in street.
Oh,
I
but
love it. I'm serious.
There were two people that were definitely racist in that cul-de-sac.
There's two people that are racist in every cul-de-sac. What cul-de-sac doesn't have racist people?
I know.
What street in America?
I always say on stage we knew some people. That's how we got in. We knew somebody. And boy, does a white audience get that joke.
Yeah.
But
it's amazing how they laugh at certain things, right?
They really get that joke, yeah. But like in that time when I was like, I guess 7 or 8, we were supposed to go to Great America. It was called Great America at the time. And my sister was going to finally get to hang out with my dad. He was supposed to come from work. and she was crying, just waiting for him because she wanted to see her dad so much, and he didn't show up.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, then we had to go the next day. He finally did show up because she cried, and I this is my memory forever. She cried the whole night nonstop, and I was like, Leah, it's gonna be okay. There was nothing I could do. I was giving her candy. I was trying everything. I was like, what is the matter? Why won't she stop crying? I could not understand it. Then the next day he was there. We all went to this was like her moment to be with her daddy.
Huge.
And I just didn't understand it because he was always he was always working, but he was in our house.
Right.
So we went to Great America the next day. Great time. She was with him a lot. She seemed so happy. They would go on the rides. I was too scared to go on roller coasters. I was terrified. I was like, I don't do that. I was like, they're so cool.
I don't either.
I can't do it.
I've never been on one.
Oh, really?
Never. Nope. I never will either.
You won't?
I'm an amazing parent, but my children, no.
You won't do it, huh?
No. I won't fly.
I thought they were
I have horror in my head all day. I don't need to do extra things to make it worse.
Well, as a kid, I just was like, this is not right.
Yeah, it's not.
But they just seemed so over it and cool together. And I was like, oh, well, there they go. And then my dad wanted to leave. And she started crying again. She would not stop. It was that thing again. And I had collected a bag of money. You know how you can play those games at Great Adventure or whatever?
Yeah.
And I had collected so much money because my dad used to drop coins on the floor all the time. So I had a whole bag.
So you got a safety pin? You can have $700,000.
I had so much money, and she wouldn't stop crying. And this was our relationship forever from this moment forward. I said, Leah, if you stop crying, I'll give you this bag of money. She stopped.
Yeah.
She took
it's
that money.
It's amazing how they stop. They just can stop.
She took that money. Mm-hmm. She went home to Michigan with her mom, and I still think about it to this day. Mm-hmm. That money is gone. And this is our relationship. This is our relationship to this day. Leah, I'll give you
if you shut up, I'll give you a sweater.
And she's good.
Wait, did you ever have? Okay, did your parents have other kids?
Oh yes, that's very common. So, all right. So Jermaine, after Leah, she herself had 3 boys with her next husband. So they're kind of like my brothers, but they're not. They're Leah's brothers.
Right. The name Jermaine, I can't get my head around.
Jermaine.
Yeah.
Yes. Jermaine is a character too.
Oh, I bet.
I used to do a joke. I said Jermaine was my mother. I said as my mother was the whore that ruined the relationship. Jermaine saw that joke and loved it a lot.
I'm sure.
Yes. So she was the first mother, right? And then my mom had another daughter with my dad, Naila, who is passed. Mm-hmm. So that's 2 of us. So we were 2 siblings whole. Mm-hmm. Then my dad got divorced with my mom, and he had from there on girlfriends, and one of his girlfriends, Shalita, had 3 kids.
With him?
I mean, 2 Shalita has 3 kids, 1 with another guy.
This is the fucking SATs. I swear I've never been so confused in my life.
Think of it like this. This is how you think of it. Think of the 3 mothers. There's Shalita, Maria, that's my mom, and Jermaine.
Jermaine cannot be a woman's name. So let's change her to Jerry.
No, Jermaine is going to listen to this, and Jermaine's going to write
Jermaine,
you.
I love you, but it's me. I keep thinking of Jermaine Jackson and a man.
It's Germai.
So Germ. Jermaine.
You don't want Jermaine coming at you, girl.
I kind of do because I don't want to live anymore.
They're all characters. My dad.
This is a sitcom.
So there's 3 mothers.
Okay, Maria, Jermaine.
Jermaine is the
and
first
Henry.
one. Maria,
no, I'm joking. Yeah.
And then Shalita.
I love Shalita.
And Jermaine's really the bottom bitch when you think about it. But
yeah, she's the loser, isn't she? I mean, not the loser, but
she got out early. So
yeah.
She's actually the winner.
Okay.
Yeah, she got out.
And then there's one man who goes across the board.
So Jermaine had Leah, my mom had Marina and Naila, and Shalita had Ashley and John Ashton. Now, my mom remarried that's another story, and had a daughter named Ashley. So I have 2 sisters named Ashley, and they're the same age. Both of them, when they were born, it was a secret. That's why they both have the same name.
Hold on. I don't understand why they have the same name.
Because my dad got Shalita pregnant and he wasn't supposed to. He had another girlfriend.
What is in his semen?
A lot.
I'm going to vomit.
And my
no
mom...
disrespect, but I am going to fucking throw up.
My mom was with Ed.
Ed?
That's her new guy, her husband, or boyfriend.
Is she with Ed now?
No.
That is so not a name I would have expected with Jermaine and Shalita.
And Ed. Is
Ed a horse?
No. Ed was one of these guys who I actually liked when I was growing, because he was always about successful stuff, but he never could really achieve it.
Right.
So he had all those successful books, and he would always be like, right. Boy, that's fantastic. That is great. Wonderful. He's
positive.
Just overly. Yeah. And so he had, my mom got pregnant with Ashley. She was still getting child support from my dad and didn't want him to know.
But why is the other name Ashley also?
Because they both came up. That was a popular name during that time. Anyone who is like in their 30s, 31, there's a lot of Ashleys. I have a popular name.
I have a stepbrother and a half brother, Josh. Did you just snap?
I'm just trying to process it. Well, how do you do that?
Well, my mom got remarried, and Hal, my stepfather who passed, has a Josh.
Okay.
That was one of his kids. And then when my dad got remarried to Karen, I have a half brother named Josh.
Oh boy.
I know yours is more. Mine's pretty complicated.
Well,
but
my sister Ashley, my dad's Ashley, is spelled with my dad's name in it to prove that he's the father. Same thing with Leah. My dad's name was Lee. You see, no one had to prove that with Naila or Marina, so we ain't got no Lees in the name.
Right. That laugh is for everyone listening. That like that was like gospel church, was it not? What you just heard,
girl.
Is everyone close, or is there?
Yeah, well,
we have a similar situation where everyone gets along, but it's nuts.
It is nuts. Everyone gets along. I mean, it was always on me to sort of fill everyone in on our dad. So
you felt a big responsibility to,
forever. And
do you still feel like that?
Yeah, even now, even though he's gone. I mean, even when he was passing away, it was this whole thing of like, who's my dad really? Because John and Ashley, his the younger ones, they really didn't know him. He didn't do a good job with that. Mm-hmm. Now, I forgave him because I was there with him. I didn't understand.
You've also done work on yourself. So
I've done a lot of work.
Not everyone does that.
Yes.
So.
And I tried to get my sister Ashley into therapy, but Ashley into therapy, but she gets too close to the therapist and they have to go, no.
Oh, yeah. That's not good.
Just never worked out.
There has to be a boundary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know my therapist's life, but I don't. There's a lot of things I don't know, and I'm surprised at what people know about their therapists.
Yeah, I don't know. You're not supposed
to know a lot.
I mean, I haven't been to her for a while, but there was only one time where I went when I wasn't supposed to go, and her husband came out, and he was angry. He's like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Oh no."
You mean he was angry at her?
He was angry at me for being there on a day I wasn't supposed to be there. And it was almost like he was racist. I was like, is my therapist racist? I was like, she's not like this, but her husband definitely, he might as well have said, "Negro, get your ass from our door." Because I was just confused.
Can you imagine if he just handed you cleaning supplies and he was like, just make yourself, earn your time.
He was so angry. And it was the day after New Year's Eve.
That's horrible.
Like that. Yeah. I still think about his tone from that day. And I was like, does she know he's like this?
Did you ever talk to her about it?
No, I was too nervous to tell her.
Isn't that funny?
That her husband was like kind of like racially insensitive.
Oh, I hope he's not a racist. That's horrible, Marina.
It was crazy what he is. I don't know what he assumed I was doing.
Let's be honest. I know people are gonna. I don't give a shit what people think. Most people are racist. Don't you agree?
A little bit.
Marina,
I don't like everybody.
What?
I'm joking. I loved it. I followed a comedian one time talking so positive about all the races. I was like, I don't like everybody.
I don't either.
I was like, stop it.
I mean, I'm racist towards white people. Like, it's like everyone has some, but the thing that's, and I've talked to you about this, when people pretend to be so shocked, actually, they're not pretending. I shouldn't have even said that. A lot of people are so clueless that they are shocked at what's going on or like what people say. I'm like, hello, where the fuck have you been?
Yeah.
Open your eye. Like, I don't know. I just always saw it my whole life. Thank you so much to all of my Patreon members for supporting the podcast.
All right, hold up. Could you take a little off the P's? You're hitting them too hard. Not action.
Thank you so much to all of my Patreon members for supporting the podcast.
Hold on. Now you're whispering Patreon. Is there a reason you're whispering?
Well, you said to take the
Somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
You ready? Action.
Thank you so much to all of my Patreon member.
Now you got to pause.
For those of you who don't know, Patreon members, is that okay?
It was perfect. Why'd you stop?
Oh, okay. Patreon members.
Cut. Let's go back to the beginning.
Thank you
action.
Thank you so much to all my Patreon members for supporting the podcast. For those of you who don't know, Patreon members get early access to the podcast, ad-free episodes, and access to monthly live streams where we talk more about...
All right, let's take it back to the beginning. That was perfect. Do it exactly like that.
I just did it well, though, but why are you starting over? Thank you so much to all of my patron...
Cut. Why are you screaming?
Because I'm just trying to get through this.
Action.
Thank you so much to all of
Action.
Thank you so much to all of my Patreon members. For those of you who don't know, Patreon members get early access to the podcast.
Perfect. Keep going.
There's so many P's.
Keep going.
Ad-free episodes.
You could cut this out, right?
For those of you who don't know, Patreon members get early access to the podcast, ad-free episodes, and access to monthly live streams where we talk more about being relatively sane.
Hold up. Did we agree on monthly live streams?
Yes, you told me I should do them because it'll get more members.
I don't know how to do a monthly live stream.
Don't you just talk in your phone?
We'll figure it out. Come on, let's get through this. We have to go. We should speed this up.
All right. Thank you so much to all my Patreon members for supporting this podcast. For those of you who don't know, Patreon members get early access to the podcast, ad-free episodes, and access to monthly live streams. We don't know what that is, but whatever, where we talk about being relatively sane. If you want to join our fantastic community that is so corny, go to patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. That's patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. That's Patreon.
I think you said patriot.com.
Go to patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. That's patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. Patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. Thanks again.
And cut. That's a wrap.
Ugh.
Well, I grew up in Highland Park, so I saw it early.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like, I experienced racism on the bus. Now, at my school, there was no racism because everyone was used to me. I grew up with them. So they were like, that's Marina.
Were there a lot of non-religious Jewish people there?
There were.
It's not the same kind of race.
It was lonely on Christmas though. I mean, like, it was like the holidays. I was very aware that I was at a mostly Jewish school because they were all gone on certain days. And I was like, what?
I know.
I felt so lonely.
Yeah. I feel lonely on Christmas. It's my mom's birthday.
Oh, mine too.
Your mom's?
No, mine.
Oh,
remember?
What am I talking about? That's right. Aw, my mother loves you.
I love your mom too.
Yeah, you have similar energy.
Yes,
she's
your mom's
great.
Great.
Yeah, she really does. She's like, how's Marina? I love Marina. How's Rachel? Like, there's certain people she just really likes.
Yeah, your mom's great.
I
don't feel like I have to fill that much in with her too.
No, when she gets it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say anything with her.
Not at all.
She sees.
I feel like I catch up with her like a best friend. Like it's like I could just. It's easy.
That's how she feels. Like she is like that with you. She's like that with certain people. It's interesting.
Yeah.
She's like that with Danny.
Cohen.
Yeah? She's just known him for so long. Also, she used to love Aaron Foley. Like certain people that she who's a comic, who lives in LA now. But
But she's got your mom's got like a comfortable disposition. It's like you don't feel like you have to
she
try.
does. She's
or
a therapist.
anything.
I mean, it's so funny because there's some comics who see her and I don't even know. Isn't that crazy that they've said, your mom's really helped me? I'm like, what? She doesn't even tell me. She has never told me about a client. Isn't that unbelievable? In 50 years, however long
She's never
she's been
told
telling
you.
me about client. I mean, meaning like however long she's been seeing people. She doesn't say I've seen this person. She won't even tell me like excuse me, she won't even say a client's having a hard time in their marriage because then I might know who it is. Like she's so old school
That's a
private.
secret.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the capability to hold secrets.
I would
like
not
that.
either.
I
if
would be
were a
like, this
therapist.
guy came to me and he was like complaining about his wife. That motherfucker just is awful.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy's ugly. What the fuck is he thinking? This woman's too good for him.
That's incredible.
Yeah, she does not talk about it. She's really like serious about that. I go to a therapist now who's incredible, Audrey. She shares
Audrey?
office space.
I love
It's
that.
the
I have a
best
friend named
therapist
Audrey.
name. She shares office space with her husband, Jay, who's a podiatrist. He actually might be listening to this because he's a fan.
Oh, really?
And so I wait in a waiting room in Long Island in their house where there's all these people with foot issues who are waiting,
What?
limping, and I'm in a
What kind of
reception.
is foot therapy?
He sees people and helps them with their feet.
But you're getting psychological therapy?
right. They share office space.
Oh.
So then there's like receptionists there, and they're like, Audrey will be right with you. And then I have to walk past people that are getting their feet washed and corn steak.
Oh, my foot. Oh. I'd like you to do a little more in the corn. The corn has been bothering me.
And then I'm in the other room like, my mother wasn't. Yeah.
Are
it's
you
crazy.
loud in that room?
No, she has that sound machine right outside the door.
Oh, to make sure no one hears you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's great.
I haven't gone. I stopped going to therapy.
When was the last time you went?
Carol.
Oh, that name. I love the name Carol.
Carol. It's been like a year. I got to call Carol and wish her a Happy New Year.
Carol. The name.
Carol was expensive. Well, my first therapist, I thought my first therapist should be black. That's a wrong. And I tell everyone, like, on my podcast, it's a woman of color podcast, but it hasn't been very woman of colory lately. I think the fans are getting mad at me. But I'm like, hey, I book who I can get. But everyone on my podcast, they always say that it's important for them to have someone that reflects them or looks like them. I got to say, not true.
Yeah.
I had a black woman therapist, Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
Shirley looked like me, but didn't listen. She had me look the other way. She was on the computer like you are. I would look this way, and she was over here.
She's talking to James. James is here again. James is Jim Serpico's son. I think people are getting to know who they are, and Jim's my manager and my partner. And James, are you single? God, he's so cute.
He's so young, though. He's young. I can't do that anymore. I mean, not that you wanted me, but still.
I don't know. I mean, James is like a son to me, but he's adorable. For all the gay men that are listening, no, I'm joking. He's so not. Yeah, no, he's not. No, he doesn't have. I can tell the second I meet someone, I can be like, anal or no.
I didn't think you were either. At first, I thought. I mean, you look nice.
That's what I'm saying. He's clean cut.
But there's something that told me you weren't.
Yeah, I'm a fluffer, so I just try to get. Well, I'll focus now on getting him laid.
Can you focus
I
on
hope
getting
Jim
me
does it.
laid? It's been a while for me too.
I'm very good at Marina.
Look at my
what?
eyes. I'm like angry.
Marina.
Look at the tension.
Marina, that face is incredible.
I told this woman last night on stage when I was on stage. I said, you really don't want to mess with me. I haven't been laid in a while. I'm the wrong person.
When was the last time?
It's been a year and
What?
maybe 2 months. Yeah, maybe a little more.
Why so long, Marina?
Well, cancer. No, sorry.
That was fucking amazing what you just said. Because it's true, but it's
Cancer
so
really
people think
stops
you're
it.
probably joking.
I mean, I would have loved to have. Can I curse on here?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
I would have loved to have fucked right through all the breast cancer stuff, but I didn't have anyone.
It would have been great while you were getting the radiation and stuff to just get nailed.
Oh, yeah. No way to get the toxins out of you.
Yeah. Really? You couldn't just
orgasms.
hook up with someone from a
I
while?
had someone, but they abandoned me.
Oh my God. I would have
Just when I needed him most.
That was the worst thing I've ever done on this podcast was that song with you that we just did. Because I ruined it. It would have sounded fine if you did it alone.
I did that on my Instagram, and it got no likes.
Yeah.
Because I used
Isn't
to
it
listen
great
to
when
soft
you get no
rock.
likes? I love soft rock.
And then someone white told me this is not soft rock, it's country. And I was like, oh, well, I don't know. It was on,
Well, if a white person says it, it's true.
yeah, so I was like,
Wait, we can't just plow over the whole cancer thing. That's a bit, that's like saying you're pregnant and then never bringing it up
I
again.
know.
Okay, so but you're okay now.
I'm fine.
But like, it wasn't a lot to get like the
It was
treatment.
So not. It's like a tanning salon, like 10 minutes
what?
a day. Like I would just get like a little browner on my nipple.
Right.
Like I have one browner nipple.
Oh my God, that's so weird. But it's like no one will see it anyway because no one's touching you.
It's so sad. Why'd you have to bring that up?
Did you have to wear goggles?
I did not. I don't know. In improv, you're supposed to accept everything.
I know, but I love the awkward silence
said
with you.
not.
I like when we go into that and just pause and that.
Yeah, improv
face.
is so hard for me because you're supposed to accept everything, and I don't accept a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't accept anything.
I'm like
That's
someone
why
will do
I'm in so
improv
much
with me, and I'm like,
turmoil.
no.
Yeah.
What?
So you had breast cancer.
Yes, I did.
Um,
February of last year, I was diagnosed with stage 1A breast cancer.
mhm.
I discovered it while in bed with someone when I was having sex. Well, let's say it wasn't really sex. I mean, he was done. I wasn't. And
What did he do? Just grab your boob?
no, he fell asleep. I was feeling on myself. And then I was like, oh, there's something here.
What I don't see men when women are with women that doesn't you don't just you're not done and then you go to sleep.
Really? I need
Yeah.
to change my ways.
You could never be a lesbian. You're too hopeful.
That's what Isis said. Isis was like, there's nothing about you.
No,
That's
you
a
like
lesbian.
dick.
She is. She's like, I don't know, she's fluid or something. But she's always like,
Fluid?
Marina is the most hetero. It's so disgusting.
You are very hetero.
That's what she said. She's like, it's disgusting.
I could see you
Why?
spooning or cuddling,
We
but not.
spooned a lot. Isis
Yeah.
and I used to like,
I can't see you eating box, but I can see you
I don't know if I could do
ladling.
that, the box eating part.
Oh, I don't think you could.
Someone tried to take me to a class on box eating.
Wait. Oh, forget about the cancer. This is much more interesting.
Well,
Who
that's
tried
just.
to- I'd much rather hear about a class about box
I
eating
call her
than
my
cancer.
dyke trainer.
First of all, who tried to take you?
My dyke trainer. She used to train me. She was a close friend of mine. We would work out, and she was like, there's a class that, if you want to go to. I used to think it was really disgusting, but then I went to a class, and it's fine.
So they taught people how to eat vagina?
Apparently. Now, I did not
How
go.
did you not go, Marina?
Oh, no. I couldn't go. I was like,
Why?
No. I was like, no.
I think I have to go to the class and secretly
I have
film
to find
it.
out where that class is, but yeah.
Yeah, where is the class?
On the Lower East Side. No. On the Lower East Side, in the bodega in the back.
Mm. Could you imagine that? It's probably led by some dykey woman who's like, everyone get in your seats. Please take your left hand and put it on your vagina area. How does that feel? Okay?
Well, excuse me. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right.
Okay, let me help you out. You taste fine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to split up the class into two. Group A. Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
You'll be in Group A.
Okay.
And then Group B.
Oh.
Group A, please take off your khakis and spread your legs.
Oh, this'll be fun.
Hurry up.
Oh, okay.
Group B, get on your knees in front of a member of Group A.
I'm so glad I put lotion on today.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is gross out your partner. Now, Group B.
Yes.
You're in.
Both group. I forgot what group I was in. I forget.
Take your head and slam it into the person's vagina in front of you. Put it inside of the vagina.
I'm there.
Put your head all the way inside of the vagina.
Almost.
You shouldn't be able to hear your voice anymore once your head is in the vagina. We're out of our minds.
Your laugh is the best thing I've ever heard.
I never
swear.
laughed so hard on a podcast. I'm not kidding
Marina,
you.
shut up.
I'm not kidding you. You make me laugh so hard, Jessica.
Well, I could go into all different.
Am I doing right?
Does it feel good? Does it feel good? Hello.
Oh, I should let your listeners know. I'm going to be fine.
Oh yeah, back to the cancer.
Back to the cancer. Ugh.
Oh God.
Well,
to talk about that shit.
Well, the thing is here's the thing, right? Which is really important. I am an older female, spicy. And what that means is when you get a mammogram, you have to get a mammogram and an ultrasound, usually because of the tissue of your breast becomes dense. So they did not find it the year before.
Wow.
They said there was nothing there. Yeah. And then literally in February of the year 2018, I said to them, or 2019, February of 2019, I said to them, or January, I need to get a mammogram. And they said, you're not due until May.
That's why you need to go every year. Every single year.
Don't listen to, I get so nervous when I hear them saying, don't come back for, you're good. Don't come back for a while. Because they are wrong.
I know.
A lot of times they'll say they didn't see anything because they actually don't find a lot with the mammograms. The only way that they found it was with a biopsy. So after I had the mammogram and the doctor came in the room and said, well, it looks like it's bigger. We should biopsy it. And he said it in such a casual way that I didn't understand. And I was still telling jokes while they were doing the biopsy. I was like, do they ever do selfies in here? I was like, joking. They were like, you're so relaxed. I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I be? I had no understanding because he had said it's probably nothing the whole way through. 2 days later, they were like, we're wrong. It's malignant. You have cancer.
Jeez.
And then the ball was rolling from then on.
Yeah, my grandmother had breast cancer. She had a double mastectomy at 50. Can you believe that?
It's usually around 50, a lot of cases, but I'm hearing cases much younger, too.
Oh my God, people in their 30s, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what scares me is the younger cases, because the younger ones don't assume, even when I talk about it on stage, I can see the younger girls in the room going, well, I'm not 50 yet, and that's the wrong attitude to have, because it's, I hate to be like a vegan here, but with our diet and everything and with, this man in office, federal regulations, our food is contaminated. So we're seeing more cases of younger, of breast cancer in younger women. So if you feel something.
Yes. Go get
please,
checked out anyway. It's worth it.
And you have the right to say, even if they say they don't see it with a mammogram ultrasound, if you feel like you want a biopsy, you have the right to request one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could say, I would like to have a biopsy. And if I had said that the year before, I may have been an even earlier stage. I may not have had to do even radiation. Imagine had I waited until May, I'd still be going through it now. It's just.
And that's all from you touching your own breast after a man
did not do
came
it right.
and didn't do anything. Yeah.
So my thing is go out and have some bad sex.
Well, if anyone needs to get checked, we can check at this studio. We do take appointments.
I will touch you.
James and
it's been a while for me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we'll do the exams here. I'll wear a lab coat, and I won't actually do the exams, but I'll facilitate. Do you want to do it? You're not interested in doing any exams. For the women that come in.
Oh, I could
their
do
breasts.
it. I'd like to touch some breasts.
Really?
Actually, right now, sure. It's been so long.
Marina, you might be becoming a lesbian because you're getting lonely and sad.
It could be happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could fuck a turtle right now. It doesn't matter.
Do turtles have a hole?
They have.
The one where their head comes out.
Sorry, this is going to be the clip that's on. I know that is the dumbest thing I ever said in my life.
I think they have.
How would they shit if they didn't have a hole? It just would go. It would stay in them. That's dumb. Every animal has a hole.
Well, where their head comes out too, I guess, right?
Well, they're not going to shit where their head comes out.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe that's why they move so slow, because they're full of shit.
That's a good book title. My turtle is full of shit.
Everything's full of shit. Did you get, because have you ever been like, I guess the question is, have you been more anxious than depressed in your life, or neither? Like, what's been your
I've never
thing?
been depressed. I'm not a depressed. I get sad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I learned in therapy. There's a difference between depression and sad, and it's important to know the difference so that you don't get depressed. Because the longer you are in sadness, and if you dwell in the sadness, you do become depressed. So you have to know the difference. Now, I do get sad, and I like it when I get sad. I allow that to happen.
You do. You allow yourself to feel feelings.
Yes,
It's
you gotta
good.
feel it so that you don't. If you block it, then you get cancer, I guess. But you like I guess I blocked it at some point.
I must be riddled with cancer.
Yeah, you can't block it. You gotta cry. You gotta let all those feelings out.
Yeah, I don't cry a lot.
Yeah, but sometimes things are heavy, when you have people in your life that pass away, things get heavy. I did have recently anxiety. I had, my ex-boyfriend, I'm getting to an age where I have 2 ex-boyfriends that are gone.
Really?
Yeah, my first love, and then Angelo Lozada was my ex.
Oh,
and he's gone. And so that was the first time I've had panic attacks.
Really?
Yeah, I had panic attacks because he passed away from cancer. So it's also like when you have cancer and then someone else passes, it's a double feeling of sadness.
Horrible.
Yeah. So I had a little bit
fear.
And I never had panic attacks. So I had a little bit of like where I couldn't sleep and I would go,
Oh.
I wasn't doing that in my sleep, but I could feel that, and I was like, what's happening? I think this is a panic attack. So I would but I coached myself through it. I was like, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. And hang out with people who can, who are nurturing. I happened to be that weekend in Vermont with Colin Quinn, not to name drop, but it was nice to have him there because he's very comforting, and it was like he understands those type of things. So it was nice he relieved a lot of that. And
That's
I was
important.
in Vermont. Vermont's like, Bernie Sanders land.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have been. Bernie Sanders is a little rough for comfort, but
Yeah, I don't think he's calming. I think he's good in other, but I don't think he's. Come on, you gotta get over it.
I know, right?
Don't deal with it. Just get over your feelings. I feel like that's how he'd be.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry you're feeling sad, but it could be worse.
I love the frozen Bernie face.
Yeah.
So, that place, but Vermont people are, as far as white people go,
They're good white
the
people.
top.
Yes, they are.
They don't look at me like, why are you here?
You're right.
They look at me like they want to adopt me.
They're not Maine white.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
They're like, she's cute.
Yeah.
Like, they look
Oh,
like
look,
koala bear.
Right, like you're a puppy walking down the street.
They're like,
Did they
"It's
try to pet
okay."
you?
They wanted to. I could tell. They were like, everything's okay. A lot
Yeah.
of Black Lives signs up, but not a lot
Yeah.
of Black Lives. But
Right.
it's good.
Did they ask Colin like how old you were, if you're a male or female? I'm joking. Like you were a little puppy with him. I thought that would get a laugh, and it didn't.
Look, I was like,
Yeah, it's hard. Well, because I know all you'd want is to laugh at it.
well,
And
which
to
part?
acknowledge. Well, I know if when you're sitting with another comic and you try to get a laugh and the person doesn't get it because it's not funny, it's very upsetting.
Ooh,
But it's
yes.
not your fault.
Right.
It didn't land.
No, sometimes the comic's just not, is also thinking about the next thing.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
That's also what happens. I
Yeah.
notice that a lot.
Oh, yeah, especially like at the cellar when we're all sitting around. No one.
Forget it.
Yeah.
They don't listen to me at all.
Well, we're a woman.
My voice, I wish someone could capture how that happens. Has anyone, because they don't hear me.
We've talked. You and I have talked. Well, and so have Rachel and I. We crap. Marina, do you know I'll be sitting there saying something? I've done gigs. I was with Bill Burr. who else was with us? Roy Wood Jr. and someone else in Pittsburgh in a in a big town car. It was, I don't even know. A town car sounds like what my grandmother used to drive.
A mobile home.
Yeah, a 1982 Cadillac with rims. No, it was like a big truck, like a fancy fucking, we did an arena truck. And they were all talking about comics, and I was like, yeah, and not. I swear they didn't listen to one. It was like I was talking to a chair.
I would think your voice would resonate.
No,
though.
they all wanted to get in on the conversation and like, yeah, man, and like it was the first time I ever felt like that because I'm like a guy in a lot of ways.
That's why I'm confused by that.
I felt like I should be in a sundress with like pigtails.
Oh, Jessica,
what will you give me if I walk into the club with a sundress?
$100.
That's not enough.
That's not enough
because it'll put me in a home. I think I might need to wear a sundress and fall into furniture.
Oh, yes.
Right?
With a nice, like, Southern Belle hat.
Yeah. And I'm going to... Marina, should we do a whole thing where I do that and set up and everyone thinks that I really am doing a whole image change?
Yeah. Like a nice, like...
Yeah.
Like one of the straps, like, and like
the strings.
Like a bracelet with a little flower on it.
Oh, or maybe like a real flower.
Yeah.
Like a carnation.
Yes.
And then like a huge strap on. Could you imagine?
Yeah. That'd be so fun. Well, I never wear dresses. I don't know if you've ever noticed that about me.
Have I ever seen you in a dress?
I hate dresses.
I have seen you in a dress though.
Maybe. It's forced.
Maybe you should dress really butchy.
I've always, apparently
really,
I do already.
No, you don't.
That's what Keith has been teasing me about lately.
No, Marina, you're so beautiful. Not the people that butchy aren't. That's so crazy.
No, but he says, Jesus Christ, can you just dress like a girl for one? I was like,
you do dress like a girl.
I do.
Yeah. I mean, you don't dress like, I know some women who really dress like men.
Well, I had a guy come over to my apartment and fix all my closet, gay man. He came over, got rid of all the clothes and gave them to my
I love that a gay
trainer.
man fixed your closets.
He's like, give it to her. The dyke trainer. He's like, that's hers. That's hers. That's hers. That's hers. It was so much that he was
you
like.
You gave it to all the construction men that were working on your
Is it wrong that I say dyke trainer? Is that going to make people mad?
Marina, we're joking about cancer.
I know, but still, they don't care.
And racism and all kinds of... You know what? Fuck everyone.
You know that?
Stop getting so upset.
I had someone get mad at me. I was like, I have cancer.
Yeah.
You can't...
Can I say that too?
You can use it.
I'm going to do it too. Whenever someone gets mad at me, I'm going to be like, my daughter's had open heart surgery. I'm going to keep using that.
They're so woke now, though, they won't hear it.
They'll be like, well, you're white, so who cares?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
They don't hear you anymore.
I don't even know what woke me. I mean, I guess I do. I don't know.
Well, woke only applies to areas apparently where there are people of color. Like in Australia, they really don't know what woke is.
Do you get what triggered is?
Yeah, it's like, it's an annoying. It's like you have problems and you want everyone to care about it.
Well, that's my thing, Marina. I'm triggered. I say I'm triggered from the second I open my eyes to the second I go to bed. There's not one thing that doesn't trigger me.
I know. I have inner monologues going on the subway all the time. I fight with people. They don't know there's a fight going on all the time. I'm like, you didn't need to scoot over because I'm not scooting over. I'm not moving down. Like, I have arguments with people like that. I'm triggered by that. If someone stands right over me, I'm like, you're standing over somebody, right?
They're taking up more space.
If
I
they
hate
sneeze,
people like
someone
that.
sneezed without covering their mouth, I'm still angry about that.
Yeah, I have had two things recently. I was at the DMV and some kid kept scooting over right on my... It was like literally like he was my child. He kept sitting on my lap.
Why are
I'm like,
people
there's
so
a whole
lonely?
row. Why are you touching me?
Loneliness. People are so... it's amazing. It can be an empty subway And it's like in
That's
New York
funny
City.
that it's loneliness. That's very,
In New York City, it's like we're always around each other.
Yeah,
it's
get
an
a
empty
fucking
subway.
pet.
Sit down there.
yeah, get an ostrich.
It's an empty subway. You don't need to. You sat right next to me.
Then I caused a scene on the plane 2 days ago.
You did.
I caused a scene. People get very nervous when you confront someone. Did you notice that?
Yes, they do.
People around me got freaked out.
Because they're not artists.
I know. I did not feel well. I've been sick for weeks and just trying to get over something. And I was getting off the plane and the guy in this, I don't know why it bothers, because it's entitled. This man, and women do it too. It's not against men. He gets up 2 rows behind me and starts plowing his way to go in front of me. And you need to let the people go
Yes.
row by row.
I don't know
That's
why
a rule.
people do that.
So I had a bag up there. I had a bag, and it was a flight from San Francisco. It was a long
That's a
flight,
long flight,
one when you don't feel well. So when I saw him inching up, I'm like, here we go. I just knew it. I knew I was going to say something, and he started, and I go, excuse me, sir, I'm going to go first, and everyone freaked out just from that. And I said, are you in a rush? And he goes, I am in a rush. I go, well, I am too. I said, do you have an emergency? And everyone was just standing there listening. I said, do you have an emergency? And he goes, I'm in a rush. And I'm like, well, you're going to have to wait. And I physically like put my bag
Yeah,
in front
I've
of
had
him.
those moments.
Yeah, I know. We're both like that.
I had one with a
and
woman
no one
who
joined
wouldn't-
me. They were all
Well,
like,
we were shouldering each other, me and this woman.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was a while back. And
Shouldering.
we were like, because she was like, can you turn your headphones down? This was before I understood that my headphones actually were loud. She was right. But I was like, this is the way she asked that I hated her. And then when we landed, I knew there was going to be like a fight for who gets off the plane first. And
Yeah.
we were shouldering it was a major like, oh, it was a fight. Oh, God.
Did it get physical at all? I mean, besides shoulder?
No, it was just that shouldering thing. And then
I just pictured you both in a 2-piece with oil all over you getting into a fight. On the...
Ooh.
Marina, maybe you should end up being a lesbian. I don't know. We'll talk more about it.
I might try it. I mean, lately I find more with women than I do with men. We're men and women are very different.
I know.
And I haven't seemed to be that successful with men. It's not worked out for me.
I don't think you can do it, but I do. I have some questions to see if it would work out.
Okay.
Okay. Do you like the color tan?
No, that's not my
good.
color.
Do you like to march for your rights? Or do you like to make signs and march?
No, I have not. I need to do marching.
That's
I have
not good.
allergies right now. I can't.
That's not great. Well,
And
allergies are pretty
I'm
lesbian.
not good with handwriting.
Do you like comfortable shoes?
I do like comfortable shoes.
That's a plus. Ding,
Yes.
ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
Do you like hummus?
I love hummus.
Okay.
But that's a new thing.
That doesn't matter. Can you play softball? That's a problem. if you
I'm
can't.
aggressive when I want to. I mean, I haven't played softball in a while. I like it.
Mhm. Field hockey,
Oh, no.
lacrosse,
No,
cross
no,
country
no, no.
skiing, dominoes.
Well, I run. I'll
That's
do
not very lesbian. That's too energetic.
dominoes.
Yeah, I just made that up.
Now that's a black thing. Dominoes.
I
Black-
love
that's
dominoes.
flavor.
Do you let's see. What else? Can you fix a car?
No, but I'd like to be able to, and I do have like a wrench in my apartment.
That's very lesbian, a wrench.
I always wanted that for Christmas, like just a toolbox.
Do you like really sad music?
I do.
Okay, that's
I
good.
read your diary beneath the tree and started reading about me.
I literally just became straight. What song was that?
It's by Bread.
I love Bread.
I forgot the name
Marina,
of it.
you're going to die.
The words began
A lot
to
of people
stick and
don't know
tears
what
to
Bread is.
flow.
Do you know that was the first concert my parents took me to in
Really?
the Berkshires?
Oh.
Yeah, they were really into bread and wings and all those. That sounds like food.
They were really into bread. Carbs.
They were really into the band Brisket. We would go hear Brisket.
You maybe could pass for a lesbian.
I don't know.
Are
They
you a
hit
blood
on me
donor?
a lot. I say they're the last group to not understand no.
Yeah, I get molested a lot by old dykes.
Gosh, I've
They'll be like,
had
"You
my
were
ass
really
grabbed.
funny, little lady," and then they'll like squeeze my nipple. I'm like, "You're sexually harassed. You're molesting me."
I
right
had
now.
a full ass grab.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No, it's not. And then a denial of the ass grab.
That
I was like, you did grab my ass. No, I didn't. And then
Where
I
were
started
you
to wonder,
performing?
didn't I feel? I know I felt
right.
it.
You started denying that it
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, it's a good grab.
Gay men do it too. Men get harassed by gay men a lot. This is all truth. People can get upset. I don't care. A lot of my straight male friends that are James has a gay guy ever hit on you? Yeah, I bet. A lot? Yeah. Do they get physical? No. So they've never. No gay man has ever touched you. Because I've seen that a lot. And listen, most of my friends are gay guys, but sometimes they can get a little handsy with a straight guy, and it's the same thing.
I've never seen it.
Oh, I have. I was, yeah, I've seen a guy put his whole hand in a straight guy's ass. I'm joking.
Oh my God, bare knuckle?
Marina, bare knuckle?
That just sounds funny.
I know.
Bare knuckle?
That sounds like a new country band. Let's go see Bare Knuckle. They're playing at the yard.
I used to, when I grew up in Chicago, I used to go to house music parties. So
I love watching you dance. To
I
house
grew
music.
up with gay men dancing on the dance. I didn't even know. This is how ignorant or naive I was. I didn't know they were gay. I just knew they were great dancers, and they, for some reason, I couldn't get them to dance with me.
And they were covered in glitter.
And I was like, I want him to dance with me. So if
They're great dancers. A
great
lot of
dancers,
my friends, yeah.
and it took I was raised by voguing and all of that.
Oh, I love that.
And the whole house of what in Chicago's major house
Marina,
scene.
we got to take my mom dancing.
Oh, she would love it.
Yamanika talked to her about. My mother is dying to go dancing.
Yeah, we have so much fun.
Let's get
It's
a
been a
group.
long
Didn't you go on
time.
Wednesday nights?
Well, I don't go anymore because in New York City they shut down the spot.
Oh,
'cause
shit.
In New York, anything that makes you happy, they shut it down. Apparently,
That's very true.
that's like, oh, you having a good time?
Yeah, I know. They stopped working those horses to death, and that made me happy.
Oh, I know. Whenever I see horses,
I mean, that was not okay what I just said. Did you take it the way I meant it?
well, oh wait, no.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
Oh, because I was like, no, wait, the horses. I saw police on a horse the other day, and I was like, this is not necessary. I wanted to yell at him.
Yeah, I don't understand the police on horses in New York.
I don't. Yeah.
Could you imagine a horse galloping up the highway in New York trying to catch someone?
It's ridiculous.
That would be incredible.
It's for show.
Yeah.
And I mean, but then I wonder what would that horse be doing? Where would they put that horse if he didn't have this job? Where would that horse go?
Probably just in a field.
Which would be lovely.
I would love to be a horse. I mean, I kind of am. But
they would put you down so fast.
That's why.
They don't, for any reason, they just shoot them and they put them down.
They eat a lot of apples.
I don't accept that they do that.
They have huge dicks.
I think about that
I don't
more
even know
than
if
I
you
should.
Me too. Did you ever see that video?
No.
I did.
I won't see it.
You
saw
saw
it?
it and I replayed it.
We're talking about the video where the guy.
No, a woman
Oh,
is
that's
blowing a
right.
horse. Yeah. I stopped eating Subway after that.
Have you ever made out with a dog? No.
Let's both divulge something we've done that we feel shameful about.
Have you ever turned a dog on?
Yes.
They get
Of course.
So embarrassing.
I'm very attentive.
When you come into someone's house and the dog goes right for your vagina, you're like, how does he know?
I know. The dog's nose is in my vagina, and I'm like, I don't even know the people really. I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. Like, it's like my whole crotch is wet.
I know, and they barely tap the dog
Well,
down.
I should really stop putting peanut butter in it, especially when I go to a stranger's house. Oh, God. Oh, I hope Zoe's not listening.
Oh,
Yeah,
why? She likes peanut butter?
Mm-hmm.
A lot, huh? I love peanut butter too, though.
So do I.
It's a hard one. I try to get like peanut butter, like the natural kind without the sugar.
Fuck that.
It's not right.
If you're gonna eat peanut butter, put more sugar in it.
I had a herbalist tell me, you got to be happy.
Yeah.
Happy.
Did the herbalist wear a helmet? Did the herbalist play with crayons while she was talking?
I'm trying to do an Asian accent. It's
Well,
not coming out.
that is not Asian.
I know. It was horrible.
That's in the brain. That's in a fucking. That's a problem. What
No,
you're
but
doing.
he was like,
You have to be happy.
he goes, look, I'm gonna tell you something.
Marina, you sound like you have a problem.
you do, but most important,
That's pretty good.
be happy. Have brandy
Brandy
and cancel go.
and cancel go.
yeah. That's what he does. Yeah.
I love that you're paying someone. All right, before we go, I am coming to you, and you're my new herbalist that I'm paying $700,000 to. I just feel like I haven't had a lot of energy, and
I got cure.
okay. I just I've tried everything, so
You not try everything. You not try. Listen, it takes. Let me see your pulse. Give me hand.
okay.
You got dark spirit. Stick out your tongue. Not pink enough.
Okay, so what do I do?
So you know what? No more hummus.
But I love
No hummus. You do the work. No hummus.
It's so weird that you're Asian because you sound Jamaican.
I know I can't do the accent all the way through. Bear with me. This is a character
Okay.
I'm actually working for stage.
I love
and
it.
It's not gonna
I love stick out tongue, not pink
because
enough.
this man
Hold on.
told me.
Okay, but I just my skin has not been very clear.
I see. Your skin horrible, but you stick with me. No hummus. What else you like?
I eat a lot of cheese.
Cheese not good. Dairy product not good.
So what should I eat?
Soak almond.
Salt.
Soak almond.
Salt?
Soak almond in water. Get milk. It's bad for you. Better for you.
So I soak almonds in milk?
Yes. Soak.
In milk?
Yes.
I take regular milk.
Take no regular milk. Almond water, almond milk. Bad for you.
Sir, I don't really understand what you're saying to me
You
right now.
so stupid. You idiot. You listen. Listen to what I say. Not dairy. No dairy.
I love what the best is that he's getting abusive. You're so stupid.
You so stupid. You just listen what I say. No dairy. Dairy bad. Very bad for skin.
Should I exercise?
Yeah. How is your endurance?
I'm shocked you know that word.
How is
You can
your,
barely say the, but you know the word endurance.
How's your endurance?
My endurance. I don't really have a lot of endurance.
Can you need to sleep more.
Mm-hmm.
No dairy.
Mm-hmm.
No hummus. Hummus no good for you. Cause
Anything
you got,
else
'cause you got
after
dark
all this money?
What?
Anything else besides not eating hummus, soaking almonds, and sleep?
You know, you probably have what fruits you eat.
I eat every food.
No. What you eat every food. Not every food. Not every food you eat.
Did you ask what kind of fruit I eat?
Yeah, what fruit? What food you eat?
I don't eat feet.
No, not what fruit.
Oh,
Fruit.
you just spit something in my eye.
That's good too. That's good too. Because we share common thing. Saliva good in eye. It make good for person.
Saliva good in eye.
Saliva and eye, we share. We have common spirit. It's good.
Okay.
You'll be good forever.
All right, so I'm going to soak almonds. I'm going to sleep more. No hummus.
No hummus. Now, I eat hummus all the time.
How come you can eat it and I
Because
can't?
I have different spirit.
Where do you think I got my bad spirit from?
You got dark spirit. Dark spirit good.
What?
Yeah, dark spirit don't mean bad. It mean good. You straightforward.
Stay
Straightforward.
full?
I got good tea. Don't worry.
Tea?
I got
You okay?
I got good tea. I got good tea for you.
Stay full.
No. Well, you dumb. Listen, they stupid. Stupid. You too stupid to learn. That's why
You're too stupid to learn is the best thing I've ever. You dumb? Because you don't. You don't picture an older Asian person saying things like that.
I know that's how he talked to me.
You have no chance.
He looked at me. This is what he did. He
You're a
said,
fucking loser.
He said, okay, no, for me, he said, no, citrus, I got acid.
Citrus.
And then he did this. He goes, no watermelon. I was like, what? Can you do it? It was like,
He did not say no watermelon.
he took a slow, like,
What was he looking at?
he was like, no more watermelon. I know that's
What
difficult.
was he?
Difficult for you. No watermelon. Apparently,
like him
watermelon.
telling me I can't have salmon.
Right. Apparently, watermelon can be poisonous for some people.
But what was he looking at? A chart?
He was looking at my notes, and he was
Comedy
like,
notes? Could you imagine?
He was looking at like all the things in my doctor's charts that it had, like my blood work and like my stage of cancer, and then he was saying that no acid in my fruit, so no
You
citrus.
have to do that on stage, Marina.
I know, it's so
It's
funny.
really funny.
I just can't get the accent right.
It's funnier that you can't. It got better.
And after a
I
while,
have to do it very high.
oh,
I do it very
that's
high.
a woman. That's why.
It can be man too. No, it's a woman.
Because it's a woman.
And she's very aggressive.
Yeah, she got mad at me. I could do an Irish person too, but it takes a while to do. You know Lois?
Yeah.
So Lois would go with me to the doctor's office, and she would go to one of my doctors, one of the nurses. We weren't good. She goes, Marina, no, she'll be good someday, but no. Oh, no, that was bad.
Yeah,
accent.
that was Russian and Cuban.
It takes me a while to get her too. She goes, she'll be good someday, but no.
Try to do an old Jewish woman before we go.
Oh, is that going to be offensive though?
Who gives a fuck?
I mean, I
I'm
am
Jewish.
Ashkenazi a little bit.
Yeah, Marina, stop worrying about being offensive.
11.7 Ashkenazi.
All right, so you can make fun of kikes.
Is there something in that lemon over there? I think I see a seed or something. It's like,
That's perfect.
I just don't want a seed in my lemon.
That's perfect.
How is it perfect?
This is what my mother, not my mother, but this is.
I'd like a lemon in my Diet Coke with a little bit of ice, about a quarter of a cup of ice. And the lemon should have only 3 seeds. Because if it has more than that, it's not going to help me with my skin cancer.
I love it. That's so good. See,
Now
I
I'm
can't
worrying
do it.
that I said the K word. Oh, fuck it.
Well,
I'll bleep it
I
out. That's the
didn't,
magic.
I didn't respond to it, which is good. I was just like, oh.
Yeah. It would have been hard.
That's
if you
how
were like-
everyone. That's how everyone responds now in America. They're like, oh,
Right. Yeah, that's what it was like
this
when
makes
I
me a
told
good
the-
person.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you, but I can't say anything. I better be quiet, even though I'm a racist and a horrible person. Oh, I can't believe you said that. Well, Marina, can you tell everyone where to find you? Like, I want you to plug your stuff because you are so funny. You know, I look at you and this is not, first of all, you're stunningly beautiful. You are.
I am?
Yes, but I had to preface
I'm
what I'm
lip
about
gloss.
to say because when I look at you, I laugh.
I know.
Because you can literally just make one look or raise an eye. And I know what you're thinking and I can't take
I know. We're always in those moments where we're around people that are annoying. And I'm like, Jessica, you read me right away.
I do, because I'm thinking the same thing.
Yes, yes.
So where can people find you?
Well, it's easy. Just go to my website, marinafranklin.com. Everything is there. I mean, my special, single black female. I don't know why I'm
Amazing.
in this voice right now, by the way.
Because you're trying to sell yourself.
It's like I was talking like this. My special, single black female is on all platforms there. It's on Amazon Prime. So if you're a Prime member, you can stream it for free. It's not on Netflix. Some people still think they've seen my special
Me
on
too.
Netflix.
Mine's gone. It was on once and no one
They
will
were
ever-
like, "Oh, I saw your special on Netflix." I was like, "No, you didn't."
I know I say the same thing.
No,
I'm
you
like, it
didn't.
wasn't. Yes, it was. I'm like, I would know if I filmed a Netflix special.
It's like catch up now. They just don't. They can't get it right.
Yeah.
But it's on Amazon Prime. If you're a member, you can stream it for free. Single black female, and you see where I'm
Podcast?
my podcast, Friends Like Us, which features women of color. Once a month, we have a white, like a period, or a man.
Mm-hmm.
This month is a heavy flow though,
A heavy flow of white people.
and men. Yeah, but
All
they're gay
right.
men, so I feel like it's
They're not really men.
yeah. I feel like it's different.
Yeah.
I had to post a video of them talking so people could relax. Because people were like, hey, it's heavy flow, Marina.
Yeah.
The black women were getting mad. They're like, where are the black women?
Yeah.
And then I posted the video so they
Tell
could
them
go.
to take an Advil and shut the fuck
oh,
up.
thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, listen to this one. He was like, oh. And they were like,
Yeah.
like, just relax, okay?
Yeah. It's okay.
And so we can have conversations with other people.
You
My
guys
God.
have to check out Marina and follow her and come to see her. She is so brilliant, so funny. Marina, thank you so much for doing this. It was
No,
incredible.
It was so much fun. This was
I know
the
you have to come
most
back. I
fun.
know. This was one of the best ones I've done. 'Cause
You're good at this.
Thank you. Well, you know what? It's very helpful when I have a relationship with someone. It's much better.
You're right.
Yeah. Some are not as good because I don't have that connection. It's really true.
Yeah. And
I
it's-
try, but they don't, you know.
It scares me when I interview people I don't have a connection with.
I know.
Because they'll be talking and I'm like, I didn't hear a word.
Oh, I'm not even listening to what, yeah.
You're not listening to me right now?
No, I'm listening to
Oh,
you.
right.
I'm saying sometimes I'll just zone out and I'm not even listening. And I'm like doing a podcast.
I know. Isn't that horrible?
Yeah. It's
and
okay.
I'm like, how do I fake that I didn't hear that? There's no way of faking it, by the way.
There's
They-
not.
They
and
can see it.
they can see it and it's so sudden and it's
I
you're
saw someone do
one-on-one.
it to me. Last week, I saw someone, I was talking about breast cancer, and their eye went, I think they were bored. I was like, I need to make this breast cancer material like funnier or something. God, this person doesn't care at all.
I know what you mean about the eyes just going like,
It's like, I'm over here.
oh, yeah. Cancer's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love ending on that because it's uncomfortable and weird.
I love you.
I love you more. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jessica. I gotta pee so bad.
Go pee. Bye.
I'm peeing now.